Okay, welcome back here. To the jaw icon, which is basically this circle, I added one extra group and I added a square, which is just basically a primitive up here, NURBS primitive square, right here, boop, square, and it makes the little outline. And I renamed the group to basically just be SQ for square. It's easier for me. And then what I did is I went down to basically the draw overrides for that group and set it to reference. That square can never be there. It's just more of a visual reference. And then I also made a circle inside there as well, so you can see it here, and I called it icon. So the idea of this is you're making like a four-way slider. So if I take this and we set limits on this, so if I go up here to limit information on the icon, you can see right here, I'm just hitting, basically Command A or Control A to get here, the attribute editor, and then I set limits between 10 and -10. So you can see right here on the X and the Y only, Z is never going to come forward, so I left it just capped off at 0. And the idea behind this is you can do this, and I'm using a 0 to 10 scale. So it's like, if we move this, I'm just going to show you guys. So if I take the icon and I move it up, basically to a -10 to a positive Y10, you can see between the 10 and 10, it's actually going to be either a left smile or right smile. In the middle, it's both of them. So it's more of a easier way for you guys to kind of see it, and if you don't, both of them turn on. So basically the blend shapes you needed to do this are basically just a left smile, right smile, a frown, right frown, left frown. So if you could see it over here to basically my left, I have all the blend shapes, or I could just show you in the blend shapes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect them using expressions, which I'm just going to go ahead and give you the code for it. But this is the expression. We'll come back to that in just a second. The other ones you see the blend shapes too. They're in here. So it's left smile and right smile and left frown, right frown. And they're purple already, so that should tell you that the expression is working. So basically in here, you'll see that I made a variable called north, south, east, and west, and this is basically simulating a D-pad. So it literally can only go up, down, left, right. All right, so that's what this is doing right here now. We use a clamp because it clamps the value between 0 and 1, kind of like on your blend shapes. And I use the icon here as basically the driver to drive the value that's going into north, south, east, and west, and it's normalizing it between 0 and 1. So if you do not have this extra little times right here at the end, if I just took that out, that would be 0 to 1. But since I wanted mine to go 0 to 10, I'm times it by a fraction. So it would be to 10. So you can see my north and east are both my positive values, and south and west are basically the same thing with just a little negative sign for the inverted value. So last but not least is connected into uh, your actual blend shapes. Now you could actually pump these into other blend shapes if you had some for the absolute top or the absolute bottom or left or right. But I just used variables, and because I'm only using these 4 right now. So what I did is I take these variables, which you can see here north, all right, and north was just if it goes up, and then I have to calculate, is it going to be on the east side or the west side or in the middle. So to do that, you basically see I timed it, and I used 1 minus the number. So it's like you always have like an offset set there, so it knows exactly what you're trying to do. So I took these results here and I pumped it back into the blend shape itself. So the blend shape, my nodes called blends, and each of those blend shapes were left smile, right frown, right smile, left smile, left frown, right smile, right frown. And you can see it's just taking basically the same equations we had at the top and then doing it, times it by the offset of is it on the east or the west. Now I'm going to give you guys this code, and obviously you can look at this in this video as well, but it's just a simple formula, and to get to it you literally just I would go to by expression name, hit new expression, then type this in, and at the bottom instead of it saying edit, it'll say create. Boom, there you go. And at that point it's just a naming convention thing. So take this and try to practice it doing a 4-way slider and see what you can come up with.